Hello, oomies. You's listening to Grok Head Smasher. Baddest of the bad. The biggest Ork war boss the biggest Ork war boss. Now I's here to tell you about the Orks.
Get out of here, Greenskin, and let me do the intro. Dawn of War, the series that introduced me so many years ago to the Warhammer 40k universe. In the grim darkness of the far future, there is only war. My name is Captain Shag, host of the channel The XP Gamers, where we support the modding community. And welcome to everything you need to know about the Dawn of War franchise and where it came from. It's been announced that Dawn of War 3 is on the way.
And the Ork's gonna be there?
As of writing and recording this, I'm sitting in a hotel room at E3, chomping at the
Gobbo.
bit to get a chance to see gameplay footage and speak with the devs directly over at Relic Entertainment here at E3.
Are yous done with the talking? Get on with it.
Alright, so how did we get here? What is Dawn of War? Let's get into it. Way back in 1987, a spin-off franchise for the popular fantasy-themed wargame Warhammer was released, giving birth to the 40k universe. A brutal dystopian science fiction setting was born. Players in Warhammer 40k assembled and painted miniature soldiers, monsters, and vehicles, building an army of the player's choice and pitting their forces against each other in epic table warfare. You could do small-scale battles and skirmishes to all-out wars. The 40k universe is much more than a simple backdrop for the tabletop game. With almost 30 years of official novels, short stories, games, even a movie, the 40k universe has grown to a massive franchise. It's even surpassed the original fantasy title in popularity and sales.
Plus there's Orks.
And yes, there's Orks. Set nearly 38,000 years in the future, mankind has spread across the stars, colonizing millions of worlds. The vast majority of these worlds fall under the rule of the Imperium of Man, a theocratic regime united under the God Emperor, an immortal being worshipped by untold massive numbers. It's said he gets his power from the faithful. Though the Imperium is massive, it sits besieged on all sides. When not facing the threats of corruption, technological stagnation, infighting, and massive bureaucratic inefficiencies, it's fighting constantly with other outside hostile forces.
The Orks! Whoa!
Yes, the numerous and unrelenting Orks, whose ramshackle, mostly stolen technology makes them hilarious, but incredibly deadly.
Who's you calling Ramshack? Ramshape? What? Stupid oomie? That mech boy's got something special for you then.
Then there's the Eldar. Reminiscent of high elves from fantasy fiction, they possess extremely powerful psychics and make full advantage of their sneakiness.
Yeah, them pansy Eldar, they like to hide from the boys in the shadows like.
The Chaos Space Marines.
The Spikies.
These vile creatures fight, kill, and murder in the name of demons and corruption. The Necrons.
Them metal boys be hard.
In my opinion, the most frightening of the races, an ancient, cursed skeletal robot race patterned after the ancient Egyptians.
And yous can kill 'em, and they just get back up again. They don't even care if you tear off their arm. They just hit you with the other one.
The Tyranids, swarms of ever-evolving, all-consuming monstrous creatures that are controlled from a hive mind that seek to consume all living material. With the popularity of Warhammer 40k, it wouldn't be long till someone somewhere would want to make a video game strategy experience set in the grim dark future. Enter Relic Entertainment in 1999, with the release of one of my all-time favorite strategy games, Homeworld. A space-based strategy game that wowed critics with its three-dimensional control over a persistent fleet in the campaign and a very solid multiplayer experience. It wouldn't be till 2004 that Relic, with the help of their then-publisher THQ, they'd release Warhammer 40k Dawn of War. The initial release had Space Marines, an elite group of genetically modified superhuman soldiers of the Imperium, going up against the Orks, the Eldar, and Chaos Space Marines, in a real-time strategy title featuring a full 11-mission campaign following the third company, the Blood Ravens, a Space Marine chapter created specifically for Dawn of War, led by the Captain Gabriel Angelos. Over the next 4 years, Dawn of War would see 3 major expansion packs introducing new campaigns and new sides to play with in skirmish and multiplayer. Winter Assault added in my personal favorite, the Imperial Guard, a side of the Imperium that focuses on large numbers of infantry backed up by armored divisions to survive against the vastly superior fighting abilities of just about everybody else in the game and in the universe. In 2008, Soulstorm, the last expansion, was released. When all said and done, Dawn of War 1 had an impressive list of 7 distinct races, each with vastly different art and gameplay mechanics, making Dawn of War 1 one of the richest real-time strategy titles available, even today. Gameplay focused on building up your base, capturing strategic locations that increase your resource generation, and then researching technology and getting better units. You had to play to your race's strengths to win. Dawn of War was received on the whole as a massive success, not just as a well-selling title, but as a new way for people like myself to discover and fall in love with the Warhammer 40k universe. Critics praised the game's strong use of high-quality animations and unit interaction in combat, and a nice mix of unit physics. It was quite the shock coming from a game like StarCraft with its mostly static unit attack animations and is seeing an Imperial Dreadnought grab up a soldier and crush them in its mighty clawed hand. That kind of interaction just really wasn't seen back then. With this success, we knew it wouldn't be long till a sequel was released, and sure enough, Dawn of War 2 arrived in 2009. Relic, just 2 years earlier, had released the massively popular title Company of Heroes, using a stronger, more impressive in-house engine to render incredible unit detail. Company of Heroes grabbed up just about every gaming award at the time. It's not surprising now, looking back at the sequel to one of the best Warhammer titles ever, would use the modified engine of Company of Heroes. It came to a fairly massive shock to fans of Dawn of War 1 that Dawn of War 2 had made some pretty major changes to the base formula, outright removing base building from the title and scaling down battles to a more skirmish level. That's not to say Dawn of War 2 didn't offer any advancements. Using the updated version of Company of Heroes' Essence engine, Dawn of War 2 had a proper cover system, and that same cover could even be destroyed in combat. 40k units on PC had never looked so good, with each unit painstakingly taken from the original models to detailed working animated units, just brought life to them. Sadly, the title started life using the woefully bad Games for Windows Live server system, which anyone from those days remembers was complete crap. Not even the Orks would loot that pile of junk.
Is you suggesting that the Orks don't understand such things? We got the best looted tech in the verse. Microsoft, though, they ain't even worth a runted squeak. Them squeak herders know better than to mess with them corporat oomies. We don't need no Hexbox 1.5.
One advancement I loved from Dawn of War 2 was the non-linear interplanetary campaign that could be played completely through cooperatively with a friend. Dawn of War 2 was met with mostly positive reviews, and saw multiple expansions released over the next few years. Sadly, it wasn't enough for THQ to pay off the company's considerable amount of debt, and in 2012, they filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy. This was the beginning of the liquidation process that would lead to Relic being sold to Sega. One area that the Dawn of War franchise has seen constant development and improvements over the years is with the modding community.
Them mob boys, they know what they's doing.
The original Dawn of War has a number of great mods, my personal favorite of which has to be the Ultimate Apocalypse mod. I've covered it multiple times here on the channel. Taking the classic game, adding even more sides like the Tyranids,
The bugs,
the Inquisition with their Grey Knights,
the tin cans.
even the demons as a full race of their own. With this mod, you get epic battles filled with new game mechanics and technology for each side, including the giant mega weapon, the Titan Walkers. Dawn of War 2 also has its share of mods. One to note is the Elite mod for those looking to get into some more balanced, competitive style gameplay. Check out the Relic Dawn of War website for community events in these mods. Links in these mods, all their websites, are down in the description below. Dawn of War as a franchise has had a long and interesting history. I've got fond memories of playing hours and hours of the original when hosting LAN parties way back in the day. With the teaser for Dawn of War 3, I couldn't believe one of my favorite game series is coming back. And in just a few days of writing this, I have a chance to sit down with the devs and chat about the upcoming title. What will the campaign be like?
With Orks.
What's next for the Blood Angels?
Orks.
Stick around here on the XP Gamers for more updates and videos as the game continues to develop. And if you enjoyed this video, hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel for more sci-fi gaming and modding goodness. And as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.
Whoa.